What's up, everybody? It's your man, MG Marcas Grant. The offseason is winding down and training camp season is upon us. Now, for those of you who are just checking back in and starting to prepare for your drafts, I've got 5 storylines for you to pay attention to this training camp season. All right, we will start at number 5. It's the new-look Jacksonville Jaguars. Urban Meyer makes his debut coaching the pro game after a long and successful college career. He'll give the ball to number 1 overall pick and oft-described generational talent Trevor Lawrence to run the offense. There's plenty more talent in this offense around him. Jacksonville spent a second first-round pick on Clemson star Travis Etienne to pair with James Robinson in the backfield. The Jags also signed veteran receiver Marvin Jones to go along with a young receiving corps that includes DJ Chark and fantasy sleeper darling Laviska Shenault. Plenty to be excited about here. Let's hope it can live up to expectations. My number 4 storyline is the revamped offense in Tennessee. The big headline was the Titans swinging a trade to get Julio Jones from the Falcons. That creates a deadly 1-2 punch with A.J. Brown on the other side at wide receiver. The other big move for Tennessee's offense, though, came off the field. While Julio came from Atlanta to Tennessee, Arthur Smith went the other way to become the Dirty Birds' new head coach. That leaves Todd Downing as the new offensive coordinator in the Music City. Will he continue to lean as heavily on running back Derrick Henry, or might he turn things over to Ryan Tannehill and the Titans' aerial attack? Stay tuned. A couple of rookie quarterbacks highlight my number 3 storyline. The 49ers spent the 3rd overall pick in the draft on North Dakota State's Trey Lance. He'll be in training camp with a battle with Jimmy Garoppolo, but his rushing ability has fantasy managers drooling. The wait to become a starter might not be nearly as long for Justin Fields. The Bears spent the 11th overall pick on the Ohio State product, and he figures to challenge Andy Dalton for Chicago's QB1 spot right away. Both rookie quarterbacks offer late-round intrigue as long as fantasy managers are willing to wait for their debuts. The number 2 storyline takes us down to New Orleans. In the wake of Drew Brees' retirement, the Saints have their own decision to make at quarterback. Will Sean Payton give the starting job to Jameis Winston, who's just 2 years removed from a 5,000-yard passing season? Or will he turn to Taysom Hill, who took over as the starter last year when Brees was injured? Worst-case scenario for fantasy managers would be if the Saints use some combination of the two. And considering Payton's unorthodox history, it's not out of the question. That brings us to the number 1 fantasy storyline to watch during this training camp season, and it is what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. The Packers quarterback has repeatedly registered his discontent with the organization and recently turned down a 2-year extension. When he did a guest hosting stint on Jeopardy, many thought being a game show MC could be in his future. Whatever Rodgers' plans are, we're still waiting to find out. Ultimately, his decision will have a large impact on the Packers' fortunes, as well as the fantasy outlook for many of his Green Bay teammates. It's the biggest season ever. Starts with training camp. We are back. A whole week of first looks and insider access, leading up to the first ever Back Together Saturday, fueled by Gatorade. The full day of coverage around the league as all 32 teams take the field. Training camp, Back Together, coverage begins July 26th on NFL Network.